What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just wanted to have a bit of a chat about how this went from stock to what it is now. I did want to film a bit of a driving video, but as you can see, a bit overcast. It's been a bit drizzly all day, so horsepower and wet roads don't mix. You know, in the wet, must be making at least 1100-1200 horsepower. Could be a bit of fun though. But anyway, we'll get into it, how it went from stock to 730 horsepower. So first thing is I split the factory heat exchanger, which is quite common for these, and milkshake the ZF there. So first lot was getting the ZF rebuilt. I got it built stronger, aftermarket clutches, billet input shaft and whatnot. So that was the first round. Big bill straight off the bat. I think I'd only owned the car for about, well, maybe 5 or 6 months before that happened, which was a lot of fun, but what do you do? And then after that, which we'll call the first round, I did big Plasma Man stage 3 intercooler, valve springs, head studs, 1250cc injectors, Walbro in-tank pump, twin Walbro Process West surge tank. What else did we do? I think that was about it. I kept the GD3582 that comes stock on these and made just over 600 horsepower. You know, I kept it like that for 2.5, 3 years. That was a good little setup, you know, real responsive, a lot of fun on the street, even a lot of fun at the track, you know, like because of the quick spool up and what have you. You know, if you could get traction down, which wasn't too much of a problem, it's definitely a lot of fun. So we did that, and yeah, I think, to be honest, if I bought another Falcon and either still had this one or got rid of this one even, I'd probably just keep it around the 600. That was a nice, fun, you know, daily driver for me, and yeah, I pretty much drove that every day. 600 horsepower, E85, drove that, yeah, most days. So definitely a fun upgrade, especially going from stock to that. You know, I'd never felt really much like that before, so that was good. And then second round of mods for me was pretty much how it sits now. You know, did Borg Warner SXE 369 on a 6-boost manifold, Turbo Smart 60mm gate, custom dump pipe, Turbo Smart blow-off valve, catch can, just little stuff. And while doing that, did oil pump gears and harmonic balancer. So just to make it a bit more reliable at the higher RPM, especially at the drags and roll racing, you know, you're constantly right up the rev range there. So just trying to keep it as reliable as I could. Put a Hardy Spicer built tail shaft in it as well, just so I could run slicks at the drags. First drag meet with this setup, ran a 10.7 at 126, which I will link or put the footage in this video. If you look, when you hear me shift into 4th gear, you'll see flame pop out the exhaust, and that was when the gearbox had a bit of a moment. Didn't want to shift into 4th gear, so backed off after, I think it was probably around 1,000 foot, maybe just after. Backed off after that, coasted over the line, went 124, 126 mile an hour. And yeah, I've been keen to get back there ever since. It just hasn't happened with work and everything else that's been happening with COVID and etc. So nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. And then just recently went back to profile, got a set of 2200cc injectors fitted and retuned once again, 26 psi, and makes 731 to the tyre. So definitely a different car to drive and manhandle around, so to speak. but definitely a lot of fun. So I'm very happy with the car, how it is. But future plans for the car, which may as well get into now. Definitely getting a turbo 400 fitted. I'll put a CAS or some sort of LSD in the back at the same time, change diff gears obviously. Probably put a set of cams in at the same time. Not really sure what I'll go yet, but I'll figure that out when it happens. And then obviously down the track, built motor, all that jazz, billet axles. But as for now, you know, I just want to keep it as a pretty reliable, fun street car. You know, 730 odd horsepower, no slouch on the street, so I'll keep it there for a while. Obviously the dyno sheet is going to go down in power with the 400 fitted behind it, but what we lose on the dyno on the dyno graph at least, we'll make up for it at the track. So not really too concerned with dyno figures and what have you. I'm more sort of concerned about what you run at the track, but it's definitely cool having a nice dyno graph, no doubt about that. But I think the track's where it counts. It really shows the difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you know, we'll get into more about what's planned for the car at a later date, but definitely want to max out this little 369. I really enjoy it. I like the turbo. If anyone's looking at going to a high mount and you don't have a huge budget, you know, the Borg is perfect. I think it was like, can't really remember what it was, maybe $1,700, maybe a bit cheaper or something, with rear housing. So for a mid-frame turbo that making the power that it does and how it comes on, you know, it's such a strong mid-frame size turbo. But you know, I can't say enough about them. It's been so much fun having it, to be honest. But yeah, so what else can you expect from the channel? Well, you know, I've got a couple of GoPros coming, which will get mounted up to the big girl at some point, and try and shoot some driving clips, especially once COVID gets out of here, so to speak. You know, there's a couple of other tough cars I want to see around here. I've got to, you know, see a few mates and see if they'll give us a bit of a walk around to their cars and show us what's done, but they're pretty tough little bits of gear. And then, yeah, once we can start going drag racing and roll racing again full time, we'll definitely be there pretty well every chance we get. But as for that, you know, we just keep doing what we're doing at this stage and have a bit of fun with it and enjoy ourselves and try and get out there, meet some people and take a few people for some rides and see what they think. But you know, I just really like this car. You know, it's pretty much, to put it simply, it's pretty much my first car I got after coming off my P plates. So, you know, will I ever get rid of it? Who knows. I do have a couple of other cars I do want to buy, which will eventually come, so that's way later down the track, but that's all right. All goals in life, but that's it. So yeah, anyway, cheers guys, talk to you later.
She's hot.